それだけトランプが出たことで、エリザベスさんの周りでもやっぱりいろんなこう分断というのが具体的に起きてきたんですか？どんなことが起きたんですか？
So, can you tell us what happened after? So, you're talking about the divide. Can you tell us something that, example, or like some, like what happened? Probably your friends or somebody close to you, or
about the divide?
Yeah.
So, the United States, the citizens have never been more divided as a country. So, on issues, on candidates, there are often two polarized sides, two totally different sides. And nobody's listening to each other, they're just arguing. So that's kind of where Behind the Glass, the series, came in, was, if you divide them and you make them listen to each other, can they actually come together and start to create solutions that work for everybody? That's kind of the premise of the whole idea. Specific issues where the Americans are divided include things like immigration reform, tax reform, healthcare is a big one. These are issues where literally you have two completely different sides and nobody's speaking to each other. I would love to get some of the candidates or, people working in government to do a Behind the Glass episode. I'll put some Democrats in the front and Republicans in the back and make them listen to each other and see what happens. Like maybe on something like healthcare reform,
ちょっと違う答えになっちゃったんですけど、分断して、いるって本当にっていうのは、例えば移民問題とか、税制改革とか、それから健康保険の問題とかで、本当にお互いのね、全く話を聞かないっていう状況になってきて、あなたの話には耳を傾けないわっていうような状況がなってしまって、でそれをなんとかお互いの話、お互いがどういうふうに思ってるかってことを聞かせたいがために、ビハインドグラスをやったんですけども、本当にできたらいいなと思うのは、民主党と共和党の議員を集めてお互いの本音を語らせて、うまくなんかお互いのことに耳を傾けさせられたらいいなって、思ったりしますと。
ちなみにそのテーマに対して賛成反対の2グループじゃなくて、トランプに賛成と反対っていうね、分けたこの理由は何ですか？
So it's your topics, more like people, when you see people maybe think pro-Trump or anti-Trump, sort of the group. I know you had topics, but sort of anti and then pro. How did you decide to bring like anti and then pro?
So immigration is a huge issue in the U.S. right now, and I knew there was a lot of misperception about immigrants, and it's a very complex issue. So I picked the issue first, and I knew that there was a real divide between Trump supporters and everything Trump was saying on immigration and actual undocumented immigrants. And there was so much to share between the two sides. I don't think anybody was trying to be maliciously insensitive, but that's what was happening in the media space. So it was more about bringing them together and opening them up so that we can get the true story around immigration from both sides, to see what was important in both sides.
もともと一番最初にトピックスを選んだんですね。一番一つ大きな問題の一つが移民問題で、これにはやはりそれで集めたので、反トランプ派とトランプ支持者っていうのが感じで分かれたっていうのが、それがだからトピックありきでそういうふうにちょっとどうしてもグループが分かれたっていうふうになっているように見えるんですけど、トピックが先ですと。で実際にいろんな本当にこれは本当に大きな問題でディベートされていることなので、やっぱりいろんな意見をお互いに聞いて何かうまい解決方法ができないかっていうのが、私としての、意図というかなんですね。
I'm naturally curious as a human being, And every day I'm in focus group facilities like this, working for my clients. I'm interviewing people in front of the glass as my clients watch from behind the glass. And there was a curiosity that I had about what would happen if I let just normal people listen to each other rather than a business, clients listening to consumers. And no one had ever done it before. So there was part of that for me too.
私はまあ自分のっていう人間がすごく好奇心旺盛なもんですからまあ、もちろん仕事でそういうそのフォーカスグループの話を聞いて、まあ、企業に、まあ、その結果を報告するっていう仕事はしてますけれども、まあ、実際個人的にも、まあ、いろんな、まあ、好奇心があって、まあ、実際にまあ、こうした、まあ、相反する意見をみんなが本当にどういうふうに、まあ感じてどういうふうに捉えてているのかっていうのが知りたいというのがすごいあったので、まあ、この番組を作ることに。
まあこのビハインドグラスのリアリティショーって言えると思うんですけども、やっぱアプレンティスに出たっていうことがやっぱりこれを作る一つきっかけというか一つの原因になってるんですね。
One of the reasons you decided to produce Behind the Glass, maybe it's related to after you become a contestant and apprentice. Is that something, just maybe one small contribution? Or?
I've always wanted to make a positive contribution in media, before The Apprentice, during The Apprentice, and after. So Behind the Glass is really a continuation of that vision for myself. I think The Apprentice gave me more of a platform. More people know who I am. More people will listen to me. Maybe more views, things like that, which is amazing.
そうですね。アプレンティスに出たことで、みんながもっと私のアプレンティスは私にプラットフォームをくれましたと。実際にみんながもっと私に関心を持って私がやろうとしていることに関心を持って見てくれたっていうことでは非常にアプレンティスのおかげだと思うんですけど、もともとこういうことをなんか社会に貢献したいとか、なんかなんていうかな変化がまあ起こせないかなっていうのはもともとあったので、それはもうアプレンティス出る前からも出てもそれは後も続いていたことなんですけれども、それでできたっていうのはみんなにもっとたくさん見てもらったのはやっぱり多分アプレンティス出たからと思いますけど。
実際やってみて収録してどうでした感想は。
So after you get together the people and listen what they are saying, what did you think about you brought these two group afterwards the result? What was your honest opinion?
I am so proud of what happened with Behind the Glass. Both sides actually listened to each other. And as I started to facilitate them when they came in the same room together, they went with me there. I asked them what they had in common. They started to remember the things that they had heard in common. I facilitated them through something called nonviolent communication. They went with it. They played the game with me. And at the end, I think they found more in common than they did different, which was not something anybody expected, including me. And so I'm really proud of it. And I spoke to a lot of the people who were participating, and they were changed after they left that day. And that made me feel really good, that people actually experienced something that had them think differently about a topic they were previously so dead set on.
やはりこれを話をお互いのグループの話を聞いて、お互いに相手の話を聞くようになったということを結果を見て非常に誇りを自分がやろうと思ってたことがなんか思ったようになって非常に誇りに思いましたと。
見た人の感想はどうですか、反応は。
So what's the audience reaction?
Behind the Glass has been a huge success online. The reaction to it has been overwhelming. Huffington Post wrote an article about it. CNN had me come on and talk about it. The first time I put the first video out, it had over 1.5 million views. And then a few weeks went by, and through no promotion of my own, I just opened my Facebook one day, and there was another 1.5 million views, and it had caught on with the Latin culture here in the US. And so, you know, it continues to get viewed, and I feel like I'm putting something out there that's really important, which makes me happy.
いや本当にですね、別にプロモーションっていうかなんか宣伝もしなかったのに Facebook に、自分のサイトを作ってたらすぐに150万人ぐらいが見てくれてでCNN とかの番組に呼んでくれて、話をしたりとか、この番組あとハッピングポストとかに記事を載せてもらったりとかしましてで非常にみんなが関心を持って見てくれてでその次の週もなんかまたさらに150万人ぐらいが見てくれたということですごく嬉しいというか、やってよかったという感じですね。
どんな反応が具体的には意見を聞きましたか？
So how did they take? Can you tell us just an example what they thought about the show and then
Who thought about the show?
Yeah, the audience.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I loved reading the comments on the Facebook, platform because there were so many people that said, "Wow, I didn't know this." So, episode 1 is about would you die for our country, and information was revealed that 90% of the United States did not know. So it was a wow, and they were like, "Wow, I didn't know this." Right? Thank you for informing me. This is the kind of thing we need more of, more dialogue. Then there were some naysayers who maybe didn't watch the whole episode and just saw, oh, it's Trump supporters and immigrants and there's something dramatic happening here, and they would comment, we don't need any more of this, but it was clear they didn't watch it. So I think there's just a great opportunity for more episodes like this.